Hello, and welcome. I am Web Weaver, and I'm so glad you have found my channel here today. This is where I do our weekly reading to kind of give us an idea of what we're looking at for the week ahead. It will run Monday through Sunday. As always, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. And I am using the Steampunk Tarot. See that box there? That is the box. This is just kind of an interesting, fun little tarot, but the cards themselves in the book have a message for each card. That's like a 1 or 2 line kind of saying to go with it. So that's kind of why I like these cards. I do have those written down, so I will refer to those. But otherwise, it's your typical tarot deck. It's just a steampunk version. So if you celebrate Imbolc, Blessed Imbolc, if you celebrate it today, Blessed Imbolc. I ascribe to the celebrating on the astrological day, which is when we reach 15 degrees Aquarius, which is on the 3rd this year. But the calendar date is just as fine as well. When you're celebrating a Sabbath, you're celebrating a season. You're not celebrating a day. So, it was a full moon today, 5:09 p.m. my time, Eastern time in the United States. So, I had a ritual that I did earlier today. That's why I'm a little later coming on. So, all right. So, what do we need to know for this week? We're talking February 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So what do we need to know for this week ahead? Next week, I will do this reading on Sunday. I may not be on, I probably won't be on Monday. I have to have a minor surgical procedure done, and it's the first time I will have ever been knocked out. So, in my 40 plus years of being alive. So, I've never had to be sedated, never had surgery. A little nervous, but it'll be all right. Okay. All right, we're going to call it. So, here we go for Monday, January 2nd. We have the 3 of Wands. I'm just trying to make sure I get all these in here. Eesh. Hang on, let me raise you up a little bit so that way we'll be able to see all of the cards. There we go. So that's going to have to do there. All right. All right, so with 3s, I always think of a triangle, right? A tripod. Things are kind of balanced. They're working together to balance. For this one, Wands being fire, you can see that the man is looking through a spyglass that is balanced on the 3 wands with lanterns attached. Wands are the fire suit. And it looks like there's ships out on the water. So exploration, foresight, leadership, things in motion, active waiting and optimism, expansion and growth. Looking toward the future. He's looking toward the future. The future looks bright. You can see the light out here on the water. So the saying that goes with this card is, "This is my credo. Clarity of vision, strength of will, and unshakable determination. And yes, it is working fine for me." So we're being told for tomorrow, Monday, that the future looks bright. Keep an eye on your goals. Keep an eye on what you are wanting to manifest. Things are happening. There is motion happening, even if you don't necessarily see it. It's happening behind the scenes. we are waiting and we're trying to remain optimistic. So tomorrow we are being told strength of will, we are going to make it. Keep that determination. It's going to happen. Okay. So for Tuesday, the 3rd, we have Judgment. All right. Whew. Kind of looking forward to that one, actually. This card is also known as Karma in some decks. So in your deck, it may be Karma. But this is the last card before the World. So it's the last card before the end of the Fool's journey. So we start out with the Fool as the first card and work all the way through all of the major arcana and all of the themes of them until we come to the World, where we've reached the journey's end. It's a successful completion. This is the card just before that. So this is, as it says, Judgment. A rebirth, perhaps. Once you have gone through the judgment and are found to be worthy, you continue on. It's kind of inner renewal, inner awareness. If you think about karma, it's what you reap what you've sown. What have you done throughout your journey, right? Now it's time to receive your judgment. For some reason, I always get the image of the weighing of the person's heart with the feather of truth in the Egyptian mythology. But it's basically looking at what you've done and seeing if you are worthy and have successfully completed your task and continue on. However, judgment can also be, you know, if you're not worthy, if you've not done good things, it's not going to be a pleasant outcome, right? So some sort of judgment happening on Tuesday. It could be maybe for yourself, or it could be something happening in the bigger picture. One can only hope, right? That is what we're being optimistic for. I think a lot of us anyway. All right, so Wednesday, we have the 7 of Cups. Now, cups are emotion. They are intuitiveness. They are psychic abilities. So in the 7 of Cups, this man has a lot of choices in front of her. A woman. I think it's a woman. There's a lot of choices in front of her, right? You've got the Castle, which is usually, you know, home, safety. You've got the Dragon, which tends to be fire and fierceness. I can't see what a lot of these are. I need my glasses. But there's a lot of options there. Many wonderful options lie before you. What are your dreams? What are your desires? What is it you want most? And the quote for this card is, "In this moment, all possible futures exist until you pick one." So some kind of option may be laid before you on Wednesday. And I did not read the card, the quote for Justice. "When the music beats to the rhythm of your heart and echoes the melody of your soul, you can only ignore it for so long." That was Judgment. But for the 7 of Cups, there may be a choice in front of you, many wonderful choices, and there are, you know, it's hard to tell what's going to happen until you pick one, because that's going to choose the direction that you go. So you may have choices in front of you on Wednesday, but they're wonderful choices. So, all right, we have the Chariot for Thursday. The Chariot is willpower. It's forward motion. A lot of times it's dynamic forward motion, but it's willpower. So typically in the pictures, he or she does have leads on her steam-powered rams, I believe they're supposed to be, or something of that sort. But she's controlling them one-handed with like an umbrella above her head, right? Like, this isn't any big deal. What is this nonsense? It's the strength of will. It's your willpower controlling the situation. So when we have strength, we have quiet strength, the calm strength, that inner strength. The Chariot is more outward strength. It's that willpower, the assertion. It does mean victory, but it is a hard-fought victory, right? There's a lot of effort going in here with these animals, but you've got control of the situation. Tap into your personal power to control the situation at hand. Don't give up. Victory is coming. You just got to keep going. Forward motion. Forward ho, right? So there may be difficult circumstances that you're traveling through, but your willpower is going to get you there. And the quote for this card is, despite any concerns you may have, I am in control of this situation. So there you go. There you have it. All right, so for Friday, we have the Two of Wands. Now, a lot of times, two is a choice, right? There's a choice to be had, decision to be made. The area of Wands is fire. So that's your will. That's that fiery energy in your gut that makes you go, go, go. Your personal power, just like with the Chariot. Usually, Two of Wands, we're looking at partial success. There may be a decision to be made. I'm kind of hesitating over it. You know, it looks like the man is out here pondering something, right? Between the two pillars of fire there. He's thinking about this decision. What should I do? It's not that there's a wrong decision. It's just that maybe neither of them are as great as you might hope. You know, there's challenges with both of them. But you need to think on which one you want. The quote for this card is, a wielder of fire does not chant, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So using your personal power, your boldness, there's going to be a favorable change, but you need to make a decision. A decision needs to be made on Friday. All right, so for Saturday then, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Let me make sure you can still see these. Oh, okay, hang on a second. I'm going to fumble around, and I'm sorry. But my battery thing came up. Here we go. All right. And you can see these. That's fine. We're almost done. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. So Pentacles has to do with the physical. It has to do with, could be physical health. It could be money. It could be possessions. Pentacles is physical. In this one, you can see that the person is working on something, right? We've got our glasses on there, our goggles. There's a tool in hand. There's all these pentacles that are being put on the wall. He is working on something. This has to do with knowledge, diligence, paying attention to the details. Look at the details in all these different pentacles. It requires skill. He is still working. He is not finished yet. So it is a work in progress. Remember, 10s are usually the completion. So we're getting there. He's working very carefully to make sure he gets everything right. The details are just right. And the quote for this card is, the quest for perfection can be exhilarating, exhausting, but exhilarating. So on Saturday, you need to pay attention to detail. Pay attention to the little things. Take your time. Put the effort into the details, and it will benefit you greatly. On Sunday, oh, another two. Interesting. All right, so we have the Two of Swords. It's the first sword we have in this. Swords are air, so it's a lot of thinky, knowledge, wisdom, pondering, that kind of thing. So the Two of Swords, you can see that she has the swords in her hand. Almost looks like she has a blindfold on. And where she's stepping, there's electricity. So This is like a stalemate. The heart and the mind are not in agreement. It may be avoiding something with the blindfold on, not wanting to see what is there. It could be blocked emotions, putting up unhealthy boundaries. So on Sunday, we need to watch for blocked emotions. Try to get our heart and mind in agreement. The quote for this card is la 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 la. I can't hear you. Just a bit occupied at the moment. Please go away. That's what it says. I'm not joking. So on Sunday, might need to work on that heart-mind balance. So overall, not a terrible week. We need to be optimistic, looking toward our future. The future is bright. Maintain that optimism. On Tuesday, there may be a judgment of some sort. Maybe it's you on yourself. Maybe it's in the bigger picture. Maybe it's reflecting on what you've done in the past and what kind of judgment you're worthy of. 7 of Cups, a decision needs to be made, but there are plenty of choices out there and they're all wonderful. So you just have to pick one. The Chariot, so it looks like if you pick one, you've got dynamic forward motion. It's challenging times. We're moving forward. We're using our will to guide ourselves. There will be victory. There just might be challenges along the way. The 2 of Wands is interesting coming up after that 7 of Cups because this is very emotional, right? Emotionally, I want this. I picked this. It's great. Perhaps on Friday, we're thinking, did I pick the right one? What if I made the wrong decision? So a decision definitely needs to be made by Friday, and it could be that these are all tied together. You pick one on emotion, start moving forward, and then go, did I make the right decision? Saturday, paying attention to detail, taking our time to work on things, make sure we're getting the details of whatever it is we're doing right, putting our skills and our knowledge to work for us very carefully. But then on Sunday, it looks like we're having a conflict within ourselves. Our heart and our mind needs some balancing. Maybe we're feeling a bit overburdened, right? Based on that quote. I'm kind of busy right now. Don't tell me what I want and I don't want to know, right? With the blindfold on and la la la, can't hear you. So obviously we have some inner turmoil going on Sunday. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful week. It is now February. We are halfway to spring from the start of winter. So almost there, getting to spring. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday. Blessed be.